Have you ever been told that drinking water first thing in the morning is one of the healthiest habits you can have? Well, that's only partly true. For older adults, something as simple as a glass of water can become harmful if it's done the wrong way. Surprising? It shouldn't be. As we age, our bodies become more delicate. Our digestion, blood pressure, and hormones shift in ways we often don't realize. In this video, we'll uncover 5 common mistakes seniors make when drinking water in the morning, and how you can avoid them to feel better, clearer, and stronger every day. Before we begin, if you find value in honest, heart-centered conversations about aging well and living fully, consider subscribing to The Wise Senior. This channel is made for you, with insights, gentle guidance, and stories that honor your journey. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a moment that could make your day better. Now let's begin. Mistake 1. Drinking cold water right after waking up. It seems like such a simple act, starting your day with a big glass of cold water. It feels refreshing, even invigorating. But here's something you may not have considered. When you're over 60 or 70, that morning glass of icy water could be doing more harm than good. Let me explain. After a night of sleep, your body is in a very particular state. It's been resting. Your organs have slowed down, your digestive system is quiet, and your blood pressure is still stabilizing. Everything inside you is shifting from repair mode to wake-up mode. And in that delicate window, how you treat your body matters. A lot. Now imagine pouring a shock of freezing water into a body that's still waking up. For some people, it's like flipping a switch the wrong way, tightening the stomach, chilling the hands and feet, even causing sudden lightheadedness. And many older adults experience these symptoms without realizing what's causing them. That's what happened to Irene. She's 74, sharp-minded, cheerful, and used to love her tall glass of cold water first thing in the morning. She said it helped her wake up her system. But more recently, she started feeling a strange tightness in her stomach. Her hands would go cold even in warm weather, and she'd sometimes feel a little dizzy walking from the bedroom to the kitchen. At first, she blamed it on age. Maybe that's just how mornings feel now, she told herself. But during a casual chat with her doctor, she mentioned the cold water. The doctor smiled and said, "Try switching to room temperature or warm water for a week. Let's see what happens." So she did. And within days, the difference was clear. No more stomach cramps. No more cold fingers. The foggy, uneasy feeling, gone. What felt like a minor change, just letting her water sit overnight, turned out to be one of the most comforting adjustments she'd made in years. Why does this happen? As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to extremes. What once felt energizing, like a cold splash of water, can now feel jarring. Our blood vessels don't respond as flexibly. Our digestion takes longer to warm up. Our internal systems prefer gentle nudges, not shocks. Cold water can trigger stomach spasms, cause blood vessels to constrict even more, and interfere with that calm transition from sleep to wakefulness. It's not that cold water is bad. It's about when and how you introduce it, especially in the morning. Your body craves warmth and stability. That's why many holistic health traditions, from Ayurveda to traditional Chinese medicine, have long suggested starting the day with warm or room temperature water. They've observed that warmth soothes the internal organs, jumpstarts digestion gently, and promotes better circulation. And now science is starting to catch up to those insights. If you're someone who often feels chilled in the morning, or if you find yourself bloated, nauseous, or lightheaded after drinking water, this could be your body's way of saying, please go slower. Instead of reaching for a bottle from the fridge, try this: fill a glass with water the night before and leave it on your bedside table. Use warm, not hot water in the morning, especially during colder months. If you need something soothing, add a slice of lemon or cucumber for flavor, but skip the ice. This isn't about fear, it's about kindness. It's about learning to listen to your body as it changes. The truth is, we often inherit habits from our younger selves, habits that once served us well but no longer fit the lives we're living now. Morning hydration is still one of the best things you can do for your body, but how you hydrate matters just as much. If cold water leaves you feeling tight or uncomfortable, don't power through it. Don't ignore it. Choose something warmer, gentler, more aligned with what your body needs today, not what it needed 30 years ago. Irene made that switch, and it brought her more ease than she ever expected. Maybe it will for you too. Have you tried changing the way you drink water in the morning? If this resonates with you, feel free to share your experience in the comments. You never know who else might be feeling the same way, but unsure of where to start. Your journey might just help someone else begin theirs. Mistake 2. Drinking water too quickly or in big gulps. It sounds harmless, doesn't it? Waking up in the morning, reaching for a glass of water, and chugging it down in one go, especially if your throat feels dry or you're trying to start your day right. For many, it feels like a discipline, a way to tick one good habit off the list before the day even begins. But what if this simple habit, done too quickly, is actually making your mornings harder, not better? Let's take a step back and look at what's really happening inside your body. First thing in the morning. When you open your eyes, your entire system is in the process of waking up. Your heartbeat is slowly climbing to daytime rhythm. Your blood pressure is adjusting after hours of lying down. Your digestive system, especially your stomach lining, is still in a low-activity recovery mode. Everything is shifting gears, but gently. Now imagine dumping an entire glass of water into a system that hasn't had time to stretch or prepare. That fast influx can actually startle your digestive organs. Instead of a gradual awakening, your stomach suddenly expands, the temperature and pressure change quickly, and your kidneys rush to process the fluid. You might not feel the full effect immediately, but you could end up bloated, slightly nauseous, or oddly dizzy. And the worst part, you probably won't even connect those symptoms to how you drank your water. This isn't theory, it's experience, real and lived. Take Daniel, for example. He's 71, used to be a firefighter, and still likes to think of himself as someone who can power through discomfort. Old school tough, he calls himself. Every morning, like clockwork, he'd swing his legs over the bed, grab the bottle of water by his nightstand, and down it before his slippers even touched the floor. A whole 500 milliliters bottle, gone in seconds. He thought he was doing the right thing. Hydration is healthy, right? But for the past few months, Daniel had noticed something strange. Some mornings he felt oddly off, lightheaded, like the room was swaying just a little. Other times his stomach would grumble, not from hunger, but from discomfort. His energy dipped before it even had a chance to rise. At first he blamed it on aging, or maybe his medication. He even skipped breakfast a few times thinking it might help. It didn't. Eventually, during a checkup, his doctor asked a simple question: "How do you drink your water in the morning?" The answer came out casually. The advice that followed was far from casual. Daniel was told to slow down, not to stop drinking water, but to start treating it as an act of self-care, not a task to rush through. He began sipping instead of gulping. Over the course of 15 to 20 minutes, he'd slowly finish his glass, sometimes while listening to the morning news, sometimes while just sitting quietly on his porch. Within a week, the difference was obvious. No more dizziness, no more upset stomach. His body responded with gratitude. And here's why it matters, especially for older adults. As we age, our internal systems become more sensitive. The balance of fluids and electrolytes, the minerals that regulate nerves, muscles, and hydration, can be disrupted more easily. If you flood the body too quickly with water, especially after a night's sleep, you risk diluting sodium levels faster than your kidneys can compensate. This can cause a mild electrolyte imbalance, and while it may sound trivial, it can lead to fatigue, confusion, or that weird foggy feeling that many brush off as just one of those mornings. But it doesn't have to be that way. Your body is wiser now. It doesn't ask you to do less. It just asks you to do things differently. More gently, more mindfully. That includes something as ordinary, as deceptively simple, as drinking water. So here's what you can do. Starting tomorrow, don't chug, don't rush. When you wake up, sit up slowly, take a few breaths, then pour yourself a glass of water. Not too cold, not too much. Sip, pause, sip again. Let your body wake up with you, not in response to you. And if you've ever experienced that odd bloated feeling, a little nausea or morning dizziness, with no clear cause, think back to how you drank your water. That might be the answer. This small adjustment could be one of the most impactful changes you make to your morning routine. It's not about doing something new. It's about doing something old with more care. You deserve that kind of gentleness. After everything your body has carried you through, you owe it that much. So tomorrow morning, take it slow, sip, don't gulp, and see how much better your body feels when you let it ease into the day, one thoughtful sip at a time. Mistake 3. Drinking from plastic bottles left out overnight. It's a habit that seems harmless, maybe even smart. You fill up a plastic bottle, leave it by your bedside, and take a few sips when you wake up. It's right there within reach. No need to get out of bed or make a trip to the kitchen. For many, especially those in their 60s, 70s, or beyond, this routine feels like a small act of preparation and care. But here's what most people don't know: that seemingly innocent plastic bottle might be doing more harm than good, especially if it's left out overnight, reused many times, or kept near a source of warmth like a lamp or heater. Let's take a closer look. When plastic sits, especially in a warm room or under light exposure, it begins to degrade. Chemicals in the plastic can start to leach into the water. One of the most talked about is BPA, bisphenol A, but even so-called BPA-free bottles often contain other compounds with similar hormone-disrupting effects. These chemicals are known as endocrine disruptors, meaning they can interfere with your body's natural hormone function. And for older adults, whose systems are already more sensitive, this disruption can show up as fatigue, bloating, headaches, mood swings, or trouble sleeping. The tricky part: it's subtle. The symptoms don't scream toxic water, they whisper discomfort. Let me tell you about Linda. She's 74, thoughtful, health-conscious, and very good at staying hydrated. Every night, she'd fill a reused plastic bottle from the tap and leave it next to her bed. In the morning, she'd drink it before doing anything else. She'd done this for years, but over time, Linda started feeling off. Her digestion felt sluggish. She had more headaches than usual. Her sleep became lighter, and she'd often wake up feeling puffy or just not quite herself. Her blood work looked normal. Her diet hadn't changed. It was puzzling. One day, during a conversation with her daughter, they started going through every part of her routine, and that's when they got to the bottle. "What kind of bottle do you use?" her daughter asked. "Just a regular plastic one," Linda said. "I refill it every day." That small detail opened the door to something bigger. They did some reading, talked to her doctor, and learned about how heat, time, and repeated use can cause plastic to release unwanted chemicals into the water. Linda made a simple switch. She bought a glass bottle, started pouring fresh water every morning, and stopped leaving it near the window or heater. Within a few weeks, her digestion improved, her energy felt steadier, and the dull headaches eased. She didn't change her medication. She didn't take up a new diet. All she did was change the vessel holding her water. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes it's not just what we consume, it's also how we store it, prepare it, and treat it. Plastic, especially soft or disposable plastic, wasn't designed to be reused endlessly. And when we expose it to warmth, light, or time, it can leach substances we really don't want in our bodies. These substances may seem small, but your liver, kidneys, and hormonal systems all have to work overtime to filter and manage them. And let's face it, our bodies have worked hard enough already. So if this sounds like something you do, if there's a bottle sitting by your bed right now, or one you've been reusing for days, consider making a small shift. Switch to glass or stainless steel. These materials are inert. They won't leach. They're safer, easier to clean, and gentler on your body. Even better, refill your bottle each morning with fresh water, rather than letting it sit stagnant overnight. And if you're worried about the inconvenience, know this: the peace of mind and the comfort your body gains are worth the tiny extra effort. Remember, hydration isn't just about drinking water. It's about the quality of the water and how you deliver it to your system. It's about respecting your body's wisdom, especially now. So tomorrow morning when you reach for your water, ask yourself, is this the kindest way to nourish my body? Because in this stage of life, small details matter more than ever. Give your body clean, fresh water in a clean, safe container. Let that first sip be a moment of care, not something quietly undoing the health you've worked so hard to protect. You deserve that. You always have. Mistake 4. Drinking water after taking medication, on a very empty or very full stomach. For many people, mornings follow a routine. Wake up, take your medication, wash it down with a glass of water, and move on with your day. It seems simple enough, right? But for older adults, that first interaction between pills, water, and your digestive system can quietly cause problems. Ones that often go unnoticed but are very real. Here's something to consider. Drinking too much water too quickly after taking medication, especially on an empty or very full stomach, can lead to nausea, bloating, or poor absorption of the medicine itself. It's not that the water is bad or the medication is wrong. It's more about timing, amount, and how sensitive your body is after waking up. You see, when we wake up, our digestive systems are in a fragile, transitional state. Our hormone levels are shifting. Stomach acid is rising slowly, and the entire gastrointestinal tract is trying to figure out how to get back to work after hours of rest. Now imagine this before your body even gets a chance to fully wake up. You toss in a handful of pills and flood your stomach with a full glass, or even more of water. If your stomach is empty, this sudden intake can cause irritation. If it's already full from a large breakfast, the water might interfere with how your body breaks down and absorbs your medication. That's what happened to Roger, 75, a retired teacher with a meticulous morning routine. For years, he woke up at 6 a.m., took his thyroid and blood pressure medication, and followed it with a tall glass of water. He'd then have breakfast within 15 minutes. At first, things felt fine, but slowly he started to notice some queasiness. Some days it was lightheadedness. Other mornings he felt bloated and off balance for hours. He assumed it was just aging. But during a routine visit, his doctor asked a simple question: "How are you taking your meds each morning?" Roger described his routine, and that's when the light bulb went off. His doctor explained that certain medications, especially thyroid pills or others taken on an empty stomach, need time to be absorbed properly. Drinking too much water too fast or eating too soon after can interfere with their effectiveness and irritate the stomach lining. The solution: a small shift. Roger began taking his medication with just enough water to swallow the pill, no more. Then he waited at least 30-45 minutes before eating breakfast. The difference was immediate. No more queasiness, no more bloating. His blood work even showed improved absorption of his thyroid medication. He didn't have to change his pills. He didn't need new prescriptions. All he needed was a gentler rhythm. It's such a simple thing, how you drink water after your medication, yet it can have a profound impact on how your body responds. Many people assume they should drink a full glass of water with every pill, and in some cases that's appropriate, especially for medications that require more dilution or protection for the stomach. But for many common prescriptions, especially those taken first thing in the morning, a few sips are enough. It's all about letting your stomach process things in stages. Likewise, if you've just eaten a large breakfast and then take your pills with a big glass of water, you might unknowingly be interfering with the timing needed for the medication to absorb. Food can block or slow down how your body handles certain drugs. That's why some prescriptions are very specific about when and how to take them. So what can you do? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the medications you take in the morning. Ask whether they require an empty stomach or not. If they do, try taking them with just a few sips of room temperature water and wait 30-60 minutes before eating. Avoid gulping down a full glass unless instructed to do so. If your medication should be taken with food, don't drink large amounts of water immediately before or after a heavy meal. Give your body time to settle. Let's be honest, no one ever taught us how to drink water well. We've been told to stay hydrated, to drink with pills, and to not miss doses. But how we do it, the speed, the volume, the timing, is rarely discussed. And yet for older adults, those small adjustments can be the difference between starting your day with calm and balance, or spending the morning feeling foggy and unsettled. It's not about overthinking every sip. It's about bringing a bit of awareness to the act of nourishing your body, not just with medicine, but with how you deliver it. So the next time you reach for your pills and water, remember Roger's story. Ask yourself, am I giving my body the space it needs to process this gently? Is my stomach ready for this? Is the water helping or rushing me into discomfort? Because you deserve mornings that feel steady, not rushed. Your body has supported you through a lifetime. Now is the time to support it back, one mindful moment at a time. Mistake 5. Only drinking water without eating breakfast. Let's be honest, when you wake up in the morning, drinking a glass of water feels like a great way to start the day. But here's the part most people overlook. If that's all you do, just water and no food, it may quietly be wearing you down, especially if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Many of us have heard the latest health trends: intermittent fasting, skipping breakfast, letting the body reset until noon. And while that might work for younger folks or people on specific programs, it's not always the best approach for older adults. Your body, after decades of carrying you through life, has different needs now. Skipping breakfast and only drinking water might feel light and refreshing at first, but as the morning wears on, your energy can dip, your hands may feel a bit shaky, and your brain fog starts creeping in, and you wonder why you're tired or why it's hard to focus. That's exactly what happened to Evelyn, a 72-year-old retired nurse. She started her mornings with 2 big glasses of water, nothing else, no toast, no eggs, not even fruit. She thought she was giving her body a clean start, but then came the side effects: fatigue by mid-morning, forgetfulness, and irritability she couldn't explain. She'd chalk it up to poor sleep or aging, but during a conversation with her doctor, it turned out the issue was simpler than she expected. Her body wasn't getting the fuel it needed to function in the morning. Water was hydrating her, yes, but without any nutrients to go along with it. Her blood sugar was dipping too low. Her brain didn't have enough glucose to operate efficiently, and her muscles, they were running on empty. You see, overnight, your body is fasting. By morning, your glucose levels are low, your energy reserves are depleted, and your brain is craving nourishment. Just water, no matter how pure, can't meet those needs on its own. And here's what most people don't realize: when you drink water without eating, your body has no substance to hold on to. The water passes through quickly, and while it may rehydrate you briefly, it doesn't provide the stability your system needs to feel strong and steady. Evelyn made a small but powerful change. She didn't switch to a huge breakfast. Instead, she started pairing her morning water with half an avocado on toast, sometimes a hard-boiled egg, or a bowl of oatmeal with berries. Nothing heavy, just something real, something with protein, fiber, and natural energy. Within a week, she felt the difference. No more energy crashes at 10 a.m. No more foggy memory. Her mornings became smoother, more focused, and most importantly, hers again. This isn't just about food. It's about acknowledging your body's rhythm and respecting it. Your heart, your brain, your muscles, each part of you depends on steady fuel. And in older age, your margin for error is smaller. You feel the consequences of imbalance more quickly, more deeply. Now, this doesn't mean you need a full American breakfast every day. It doesn't mean you have to cook or force down a big plate of food if you're not hungry. But what it does mean is that you deserve nourishment. Something small, something easy. A banana, a few almonds, a slice of whole grain toast. Because starting your day with only water may actually be sending your body into survival mode. Your system is doing its best to stay upright, stay sharp, stay calm, without any fuel in the tank. And eventually, it starts to wear on you. You might feel moody, distracted, even anxious. You might blame it on age, but often, it's simply your body asking for breakfast. Let's flip the script. Think of your morning like planting a seed. Water is part of the growth, but without soil, nutrients, sunlight, the seed doesn't sprout. Your morning is the same. Hydration sets the stage, but nourishment helps you bloom. So if you've been skipping breakfast in the name of simplicity or health, maybe try rethinking that habit. Ask yourself, what does my body truly need to feel steady today? Could I add one small source of fuel to help me feel stronger and clearer? Am I doing what's easy or what's kind to my body? And most importantly, listen. Because your body is always talking. It whispers when it's tired. It hints when it's underfed. And when you listen, when you truly give it what it needs, it rewards you with clarity, energy, and calm. Evelyn learned this lesson gently, and so can you. Tomorrow morning, try this. Pour your glass of water as usual. But alongside it, prepare something small and nourishing. It doesn't need to be fancy, just intentional. Then sip slowly, eat slowly, and notice how you feel, not just in the moment, but an hour later. Your body will tell you everything you need to know, because taking care of yourself isn't about doing something big. It's about doing something meaningful. And sometimes, that starts with adding a little breakfast back into your life. As we move through the later chapters of life, the little things begin to matter more than ever. What we once did on autopilot, like drinking water in the morning, now asks for mindfulness, not routine. The truth is, our bodies have changed. They've carried decades of effort, emotion, and resilience. They deserve more care, not less. This isn't about fear, but about respecting what your body needs now, not what it used to need. Choosing warm water over cold, sipping instead of gulping, or pairing hydration with a small breakfast. These aren't just habits, they're quiet acts of self-respect. They're gentle reminders that your health isn't something you've lost control of. It's something you can reconnect with, one small adjustment at a time. Aging doesn't mean giving up. It means becoming more in tune, more intuitive about how to live well. If there's one lesson to take away, it's this: you're still in charge. Your choices still matter. And the way you treat your body today shapes the clarity, comfort, and energy you'll feel tomorrow. So give yourself the gift of small care, because you've earned it and your body is still listening. So what did you take away from today's video? Was there a moment that made you think, oh, that's me? Or maybe a tip you're excited to try tomorrow morning? Go ahead and leave a comment below, even just a few words. I read every one of them, and your insight might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Let's learn from each other, one simple step at a time. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. If this video brought you clarity, comfort, or even just a gentle reminder to care for yourself a little more, please give it a like, share it with someone you care about, and don't forget to subscribe. There's so much more coming your way to help you live a happier, healthier, and more peaceful life. Until next time, take good care of yourself. You truly deserve it.